Good Lord. Can't take you anywhere.
Hey, you invited me to play, man. You
I
know
did
what you're
invite
getting
you to
into.
play. I don't. Oh, Lord. All right, so we'll get started. So last time, you guys took part in Vocation Day. You had rested from the previous night of chasing rogue carts, and you guys came downstairs. You were told about a festival, essentially a giant job fair for the citizens of Uhuru, and you were told the various guild leaders would be there. They put on demonstrations, all that fun stuff. So you all made your way to the center marketplace of the city, and you kind of took a look around, meeting several of the guild leaders, including one that you'd already met. Vivian, you decided to sit down next to Grezik, the old man that seems to run the Stone's Throw.
All right.
Sharid and Kairos stood by and watched the leader of the Soul Forge putting on a nice smithing display using her bare hands. And Sharid was a bit smitten, even going so far as to ask her out on a date in a couple of days, or at least coming by to see her. Yeah.
Dinner.
TOU set up shop, kind of collecting information. You learned a little bit about the Brewworks and how they help collect and disperse food from both the city and surrounding farms. And you all managed to meet the leader of the Curio, a large Goliath by the name of Agora. Milky white eyes. She seemed to just stare right through you all. But she offered for, I believe, Sharid and Vivian to come visit her at a later time, just to talk and discuss some things.
Yes.
And then as the day kind of wound to a close, the sun was starting to go down over the walls of the city. I believe it was Kairos's owl that spotted a home on fire further to the northern end of town. So you all went, checked it out. Vivian and Tio ran inside of the burning building after they heard a woman scream that she was trapped inside. And with a little bit of help from Kairos's owl, stabilizing a little bit of the collapsing floor, you were able to get her and her baby out safe and sound.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we cut to outside of the building. The house is still very much on fire, but there are several guards working to douse the flames. And at this point, the sun is below the walls of the city, but the sky is still kind of burning orange with sunset. And a few guards kind of take you off to the side and first thank Tio and Vivian for such a heroic feat of diving into that burning building. And one even kind of gives you just a small nod, Sharid, as you are helping kind of pass water along to help douse the house. And at this point, they kind of let you go to continue dousing the house unless you want to stay and help more and kind of investigate what might have started the fire. So what would you all like to do?
Where is Kairos?
Assuming he is taken off, yeah.
Yeah, you find a little note in your pocket. You're not sure when he might have slipped that in there, but it says he went to do a little research at the solar.
Apparently he went to go educate himself a little bit.
Jesus. Education is important.
Knowledge is very powerful after all.
Is it?
I'd like to say so.
Yeah, just look at Sharid.
Knowledge is intimidating, too.
That is also very true.
Well, as long as it doesn't give you a big head, I guess.
Huh.
I didn't even see that coming. Didn't see that coming.
I can't.
That's
I
what I'm here
can't.
for.
I'm gonna head out. Bye, guys.
That's what I'm here for.
So what? This is your guys' thing. What is it you want to do?
What do you mean your guys' thing? Like the fire?
Yeah, I followed you. I was not my desire.
Sharid, you were a bit worried about the fire, weren't you? You know, concerned about...
I was worried a little bit. I got a little too close, and for a moment I thought my robes were on fire.
Well, everyone has a different reaction to fires, Some people like to see things go up in flames. Other people, like us, are super concerned when we see a fire happening, somewhere. And other people could just be right in the middle where they're just like kind of, I guess, meh about it.
Is that kid that was here and the person that was in the fire or nearby at all?
You do look around, you see them being tended to by one of the guards, but they are kind of sitting on the curb a few houses down.
Just approach Sharid a little closer and motion over to that child. Were you ever that small?
I must assume so.
You don't remember?
No, my friend.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the... Fittingly, I forgot about your memory issues. When you look over at these people, do you feel anything?
What do you mean?
You'll hold up you'll just take out a half-eaten apple. Does this make you feel any different?
Are you asking if I have gas?
He'll put his apple back and look over to Vivian, just kind of nod understandingly without saying much more. It's okay. I think we left someone waiting.
She nods back like, yep, okay, yep.
Is it understanding? I'm confused here.
I think that confirmed everything.
All right.
I think we left Yictix waiting.
Yes, Yithix. We gotta go back to, because we promised we'd escort him, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right, well, the fire's tended to, I already checked in with the woman and her baby, so they're okay. So I don't see anything else that we need to do aside from the escort, so
well, I
suppose
might
just go back to town and do that.
I might need a new bow, since mine
Oh,
burnt.
oh my god, I'm so sorry. I should have grabbed that. That's my bad. Oh my goodness.
No.
I'll pay for it. I'll figure out something.
What? You don't have to pay for it.
Are you sure? I feel so bad because you used it to help me get them out. And I just freaking left it in there.
Stop it. It's fine. Tio will... Was there any sort of dealers at that market in the middle
there were
that
tons.
might? Okay. So Tio, assuming it's all good, will head back to the market to buy a replacement bow.
Okay. Everyone else, I assume, goes with.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
All right. So you all head back south to the center market. It's still pretty packed with people. A few people cleared out to go see what the hell was up with the fire. But you see most of the stands are still open. You do notice that the guild leaders that you saw out and about earlier had not retreated. Retreated's not the word. Had excused themselves into one of the larger buildings in the market. So as you look around, you do see a number of weapon stalls. One of which is run by a rather muscular water genasi. Okay, thank you, phone.
You'll
Boom.
approach presumably the water genasi. He's as he's doing so though, he's crawling on the ground and looking at his coin on his counting his coin.
You okay there?
Struggling to talk, have a stroke midway. And he's just like, I'm not gonna be able to afford a bow. I can already feel it. But he'll approach this shop.
All right. As you approach with your compatriots, the water genasi gives a wave to one of you. She waves to Sharit. And she says, "It's good to see you again."
Oh.
Oh! Okay. I know who this is. I know who this is. Yes!
You know who that is?
Huh?
Yes. Yes, my friend. Yes, it is so good to see you again and well, I hope.
She says,
Are you
"I certainly
are you
can't
happy
complain."
to see her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She looks you up and down, Sharit, and she asks how that spear and shield are treating you.
Very good so far. Thank you very much.
Good. She's glad.
I have not had to use it too much.
You trying to tell me something, Sharit? You want to fight? No.
Oh,
She says.
happening?
She says that's just as well.
Yes. I was wondering if you could help my compatriot here. He, you see, was doing a bit of, I suppose one would call it community service. And, you see, his weapon of choice, might, be a pile of ash.
Yeah, it's long gone, burned.
Yeah, pile of ash works. She looks at you. She looks at your friend and says, "What? Well, what was your weapon of choice?"
Well, longbow, he says very apprehensively.
She turns around, rifles through a couple of weapon racks behind her, a couple of crates. You see her put her hands on her hips, and she's like, All right. She pulls out a longbow, freshly made, freshly fletched, nice polished wood, no wear and tear on it at all. And she puts it on the counter in front of her.
Oh boy, that looks new.
Well, we're not going to sell used equipment here. That's for a different shop. She says,
it's set.
Go ahead.
He was assuming that was a bad thing.
She looks you up and down and she says, "You're an acquaintance of my friend here, and I'm sure it'll all come back around. If you've got 10 gold, you can have the bow."
I don't even have 3 gold.
Hold on. We started off with how much? Was it 50? We started with 10? 15 gold?
Yeah, you started out with I think 15, but I know Tio's been out buying people drinks and.
Oh, no, wait. I
living
know I
it
have
up.
it saved. I say,
Well-
I mean, he just lost in that poor fire. You know, we saved a woman and her baby from that fire, and he heroically used his longbow to help me get across to save those people's lives. I mean, I feel like that's gotta count for something.
Yeah, but this merchant wasn't there or know of it. So,
I know, but I'm trying to see if I can move for persuasion.
Give
do you
me.
have any crappier bows?
Maybe she doesn't have the feelings like you said.
oh.
Vivian,
Tio stops.
Vivian, give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
A disadvantage?
Yeah.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Hold on.
These are business people here.
True. Okay, hold on. Oh, they're both that anyways. That sucks.
Yeah. She looks at you and says, "No can do."
Damn.
However,
I hope there's no more children that need saving from fires.
She says, "I'm sure the guards would be able to handle it."
Oh, okay.
But if
That's
you want a
what
deal,
I said.
if you want a deal, I may know somebody. She kind of points you to a market stall way in the corner, like just kind of tucked back. And she says, "Over there is a what are they called? Fuck, Loxodon, elephant
Oh.
people." And she says, "I'm gonna warn you, he's not all there, and he's not the best smith. Big
Where's
feet,
the rest of them?
not really much hands." She looks at you just deadpan.
He just has a naive, open mouth.
Ooh. She says, "You'll probably be able to find an older bow there. I can't
Okay.
guarantee the quality. Well, we can guarantee it to a point. It's not going to explode on you when the first few uses. But it'll at least get you by."
Okay, I'll remember that. Loxodon.
No, don't worry about it. And she pulls out her purse and slips the lady 10 gold. Don't worry about it. It's on me. I told you I was gonna pay for it. Don't worry about it. It's the least I could do.
She, without hesitation, scoops up the gold, hands you the bow, says, "Well, thanks for your business."
Rose Vivian.
No, you don't owe me shit. Put that pencil away.
All
So-
right.
You're given this bow, and it feels actually a lot sturdier than the one that you left behind. Like it's got
It does
a
feel
good-
new.
It's got a good draw strength. The string is brand new, no frays in it at all. You think it'll do just fine.
It's not even made of bone or scales. Weird.
Make sure you
Okay.
get the receipt.
In case we need to return it.
Return it.
That was a joke.
That'd be bad business practice.
Yeah. Yeah, look at all these people
Okay.
asking for returns. So what would y'all like to do now?
Well,
I mean,
we do have the Yeekthix.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, them.
All right.
Perhaps we should go and fulfill our contract.
Are you feeling anxious about it or excited?
Are you having feelings?
I'm curious. Hmm.
What are your feelings? You're curious.
Curious.
Did this turn into a therapy session?
I'm just curious.
Just
As we talk, as we make our way there, I guess you'll just elaborate on his feelings about the nearby flower beds that might be nearby.
I really just
my
want
goodness.
I really just want that to be kind of Sharid's thing, like, are you having feelings?
You never know. No, it is a job, and we are in need of coin. Some more than others now, apparently.
He's not wrong.
Okay.
So you all make your way back over to the fountain where the old man was sitting. He's still there. You notice that where a single butterfly was just kind of landed on the back of his hand, you got a couple more fluttering around him. And he looks up at you all and is like, "Oh, you came back."
For just as we were going along and I was looking at those flower beds, could I have collected a bouquet of those?
If you really wanted to.
To give to Yukthix? Because I'm opening up by saying, I think I owe you an apology. I've completely ran away from you twice now, and I'm so sorry. That's not a good introduction for an escort mission.
He looks at the flowers and he looks at you. And he looks back at the flowers. And he sneezes.
Oh, is that a good thing?
Achoo! Sorry.
He's allergic to the flowers.
Hey, look, it happens.
It's me and dandelions, we don't quite mix.
Oh, he'll just take out and eat it.
I guess that's an option.
They're edible. It's
I mean, you're not wrong. He looks at you all, and he looks at Shareed and Vivian, who he hasn't met before. He stands up. He stands probably about 5'7", 5'8". Older man. He's fit, but you could tell he got a bit of a gut, got some bits sagging. And he introduces himself. He's like, "My name is Men."
this is Shareed, and this is Vivian.
Hi there. And I definitely have my veil back on, by the way.
Sure.
Pardon me. Would the correct pronunciation be man?
No, Men.
But there's only
Men.
one of you.
Maybe there's more in spirit, friend.
Like Legion. I don't know who Legion is, but you know.
Jesus. I am.
God. Fucking Legion.
That's the twist. But no, he says, "Men's the name given to me by my parents."
Are you like an? I might need to do a check for this, but Tia would be curious. Are you an avatar of Yictix or a follower? How does this work?
As soon as you mention, like, if he's an avatar of Yictix, he looks at you, his eyes light up. He's like, "I wish."
Oh,
No.
okay, so that is a thing. Okay.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I've never met one.
Oh, okay. All right.
He says, "No, I'm just a humble follower looking to complete a pilgrimage." You see, among the land and trees that you see around you, Yictix, as one of the ever-powerful primals, has created everything around us. But really, the legend goes, each of the primals has a preferred environment, we'll say. And you see, Yictix, for some reason, loves swampland. Makes it really annoying for everybody else. But sure.
Not for me.
Not for you. He says, far to the east is the Kohai swamplands. In the center of those swamplands is a very large tree. And myself and others as followers of Yictix seek to pilgrimage to that tree and pay our respects, such that Yictix will continue to provide for the land as he has for all these centuries.
Tia will be nervously eating that bouquet and then stop when he mentions this.
Are you okay, friend?
It's the feelings.
Yeah, it is the feelings. Could you just elaborate on where this tree is? Is this a known pilgrimage site?
Yes. Well, it's at least a known site. You didn't necessarily know that it was used for pilgrimages. Yeah, pilgrimages. But you know pilgrimi, like octopi. I don't know. You're aware of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it.
And is it near the
It's not
families?
far.
Oh crap!
It's not far. Well, relatively not far. It's probably a good 50 miles.
50 miles. Oof.
Well, the sooner we get there, the sooner we can be away from there. So,
Fair point.
He says, "Well, would you like to head out now? It's starting to get dark, but..."
well, I guess we can make some headway.
Yeah, so the dog never hurt anyone. For the most
you-
part.
What do you think, Shareed?
I mean, how quickly is the client? Do they desire to get there?
He says, "Well, I've traveled across these lands for most of my life." And he looks around. He's like, do any of you have a map? I'd be happy to show you where it is, but...
Would I have?
I don't think
Probably
Tio
not.
would.
I don't think I would.
I think the only one that might is Kairos.
God damn it, Kairos!
True.
I think based on inventories, I think he's the only one. But you do know that there would probably be one at the stone's throw.
True.
So, men, would you lead the way while we be your... What's the word? Guards of your body?
Jesus. It's the same concept. That just sounds so much worse.
It does. It does. It sounds like you're guarding like a dead body, like for a
I
funeral.
would like to be the guardian of your body. Sounds like a bad
People do
pickup
that
line.
too. I don't know. I say just eat them, but people are weird
What?
about it.
I
What?
mean, hey.
Hey,
Look, he's a chef. When Teal
not
cooks
considered by
mystery
his,
meat,
like his practices. Like, is this like FDA approved?
what's the FDA?
Yeah.
Shit, you right.
He looks at you all and he says, "This will not be a quick journey, friends.
Nope.
It will take quite a bit of journeying, unless we can arrange for some form of carriage transport. But even then, in the wilds, it's not the most economical choice."
Hmm.
Would it be best to leave in the morning then, perhaps?
Sure, it seems as if you all need a little bit of time to research the journey. So why don't we convene here at sunrise?
Okay. You're a
Right.
very patient man.
He looks you dead in the eyes and he says, "At my age, patience is all I've got left."
No, he's a patient man.
God. Now, do you have a place to stay, or? I'm assuming so, but just figured I'd ask.
He says, "Oh, I've just been holding up in one of the. Actually, a family near here has been very kind enough to allow me to stay with them."
Oh, that's wonderful.
Just on that cue of him saying that,
Mhm.
is he like holding any valuables on him?
This
Oh my
man looks
God.
like he is wearing very simple robes,
Mm-hmm.
not really carrying much of anything. You see a couple of like flowers kind of stuck into his belt sash,
Right.
but that's about it. You see that
So-
he has prayer beads on him, but
Tio, being nervous at where we're going, will turn to Sharid and kind of push aside a little bit. Sharid, I don't know if he really has the money to pay us or anything.
Are you saying this so I can't hear? Sorry, not to
Oh
interrupt.
no, no,
but-
you could be there too. Yeah, you could be there too. Yeah, I don't know if he has money to pay,
Well, that is a problem, isn't it?
and I know how much it is important to you that we get paid.
It's a means to an end.
Yeah,
I mean,
you think you would still have the money, Vivian?
I feel like he'd have some form of money, possibly.
It
I
looks like
mean,
he sleeps in the park.
I know, but you can't judge everyone based on how they look. I mean,
everyone's
Perhaps
got
he's
life
just
choices,
frugal.
man.
The swamplands look really gross, though, and I hear it stinks.
are you really not trying to go because of the fucking swamplands?
Yeah, Tio will be like nervously rubbing his hands and just like, I guess we, yeah, just think about it.
Tio, have you by now? I'm not gonna let anything bother you in the swamplands. My goodness.
Sharid reaches out and puts a hand on Tio's shoulder and says,
It's feelings. It's feelings. I know.
yes. But seeing as we are down in Kairos, it is obvious we do not have enough men to complete this objective.
I don't-
God, I mean, I don't see what could hurt, especially if we maybe like try to get a carriage pass. What was it? Like part of the way through, and just obviously have it returned after. We make see if someone or the driver. If we can get a driver for it. At
Do
least
you
we'll
have
cut some of the
coin
time.
for a carriage?
I have some gold left. I just spent most of my money on a new boat, so depends on how much a carriage costs.
We could include them in the purse of which this, and he points at men, of which they're aiming to reimburse us with.
I do not know.
Okay. Well, okay. Maybe we can get some rest then. Reconvene in the morning, yeah?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So at this point, Men just kind of gives you a little bow, and he says, "Well, I'll see you in the morning while you all discuss and game plan." And he
Yeah,
just
and
kind of he slowly just walks off.
Tio, question for you.
Yeah.
What is this avatar you speak of?
Oh,
You see, it's a 12-year-old boy.
Master of all four
Yeah.
elements.
I understand that some of these societies and organizations have representatives or people who embody entities on their behalf. So I thought maybe this person could be that for Yictix.
Interesting.
It's not quite my kitchen.
That's not funny.
I wasn't trying to be funny. It's not quite my kitchen.
Thank you. I did not know. Well, I suppose Kairos is okay on his own.
Yeah, you
I
might use
suppose so.
timey-wimey to catch up with us?
Once again, not funny.
Hey, it's his words.
I mean, yeah, he
Oh.
does say it.
Not funny. Anyway, I suppose we should make our way back to the guild house. Yes.
Or the stone's throw. I think that was
Mm-hmm.
the one we were
Yes.
at.
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Head back there.
So
Oh, actually,
Mhm.
when did the stone the big lady tell me to come visit?
she said at your convenience.
So,
If you don't mind, I will catch
Yeah.
up later.
Okay. Good luck. Have some feelings.
Ah, yes. Split the party. I love it.
How far is
Goodness.
the stone's throw?
It'll be about a 25-minute walk or so.
Oh,
It's
God.
a big city.
Okay.
Well, you could come along if you like. I just worry that you might not be engaged.
You can cramp my style.
No,
Wow. I mean, if you're going to put it that way, then damn, okay.
he'll take some of the stems of the flowers he just ate and druid craft them to maybe rebloom and says, "Here you go."
To Sharif.
To Shuri, but for your meeting.
He just
People
hands
like
you
that.
he just hands you a bouquet of dandelions.
Oh no, my friend, this is a different thing.
Oh, well, people still like getting flowers. You should try it.
Do they help with the feelings?
Yeah, they can.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
Even on men?
on everybody.
Yes. I feel like
Everybody.
everybody loves flowers.
I'm gonna murder you.
Okay then. All right, and I like lead the way to shit. What was the name of the quarter or the
Yeah, what's it called?
I don't know.
What's it called, Nick?
No, I don't have enough resources and I don't take notes.
You
Okay.
tell me.
You're going to go see the organization. It's called the Curio, but the building itself is called the Wild Quarry.
Okay.
So you make your way to the southeastern part of town, and among the houses and the small storefronts, kind of look like mom and pop shops. You see a stone, what could be described as a stone house, and on one end of it is a large tower, probably going up about 3-4 stories. And you see what on the outside looks to be a rope line, kind of like a rope barrier, to essentially create a queue outside of this building. But right now it seems empty.
It seems empty because they are closed, or because they're just not busy.
You're not sure.
Okay. Have you ever seen the movie Shrek?
God. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We may be thinking of two completely different scenes here, but I'm imagining you just going up to this door and just fucking kicking the shit in.
Oh well, no! I wouldn't try to just bust the door open. I would try to open it. I thought you said there was like a rope queue.
Yeah.
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 And then there's a closed door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would approach the door and knock.
And okay.
Yeah.
And the door kind of creaks open, and you see an elven man. Looks kind of like dirty, dusty. Looks like he's just been digging through the dirt most of the day. And his eyes look tired, dry, a little red. And he looks at you. He says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I spoke with the representative of your order earlier today, and they told me to stop by. They had some important information that they wished to share with me.
I didn't hear anything about that.
That is unfortunate for you, sir.
He says, what was your name?"
My name is Sharid.
Sharid, okay. He kind of ducks his head back in. You could hear some papers kind of flipping back and forth. Sticks his head back out. "Hey, look, man. We're closed. I'm hungry. I'm tired. How about I leave a message and Lady Strix can reach out to you of her own accord?"
Oh, I did not know I was outside of your operating hours. My apologies.
He just sits there and nods. Like, so Sharid, was it? All right.
You do not need to inform her.
No.
But if you don't mind, what are your operating hours?
He points to the wall. He says, "When the sun rises above that wall, to the time the sun ducks below that wall."
So I just missed you. Okay.
Yeah.
You need some sleep, friend.
He just sits there, nods, and you just see the door just slowly.
Well, this was a waste of time. I'm sorry, everyone.
Was it?
Mm.
So where'd you like to go now?
I said he's still by himself, right?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, so
Oh, I thought you guys came with me.
No.
Oh, shit. Then I'm just talking to no one.
I'd like to think you traveled this
would've-
entire way just talking as if they were there. Never looked behind you once. He was like, "I'm sorry, everyone." You turn around, gone.
He's talking to the audience.
Okay.
some fourth wall breaking here.
Well, not knowing the time of day, I thought it was early evening. So, we'll return to the stone's throw.
Okay.
Yeah, before it gets too late, I would have gone with Tio to go back to the inn.
Okay.
Because nighttime, even though she loves the nighttime, not a great place to be if you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, maybe not. So you two make your way back to the Stone's Throw. As you walk through the door, Ileana, the tiefling that helps kind of manage the day-to-day operations, kind of flags you down. It's like, hey, did you guys enjoy the festival?
Oh, yeah, except there was some people being cooked in a house, so we had to take them out.
You're being cooked in a house.
Yeah.
No.
What?
I'm sorry. What he means to say, there was a house that caught fire, and we helped them escape that said fire.
Oh.
No
Got
one was
it.
being cooked. He all he thinks about is food. That's his thing. He has a weird way of phrasing things. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's like a container and it's hot, so they're broiling.
What?
She's
No,
kind of looks.
that's not how that works, Tio.
She just looks between the two. He's like, okay. Well, I had heard about the house being on fire. So you guys did you guys help at all, or did you just kind of see it as it was happening?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say two of us ran in there, and actually got them out.
I would say, and she actually kind of notices the small like scorch marks on your robes and
the smoky smell.
The smoky smell. Like,
Yeah.
do you guys smoke? Like that's not allowed in here.
No, not at all.
But she'll just kind of like she'll look at you all. She'll give you both a smile, pat you both on your shoulders, and be like, "Well, good job. I'm sure your help was very much needed. Why don't you guys go on and get a rest?
Thank you. I very much appreciate that.
If you guys need anything, just let me know."
Sounds good. Thank you.
She just fucking bolts off to help another customer.
Oh, okay. If you need anything, let me know. Runs away.
I just got a lot of the people to go see.
Should we, Vivian, do you think we should wait a little bit just in case it goes bad for Sharif?
I suppose so. I feel bad even just leaving him behind like that, but I really don't feel like being out at night right now.
I know that if it went bad, I'd be thankful to, see friendly faces with some food ready. So I'll go see what I can quickly whip up just as a nightcap sort of thing.
I mean, they have food here too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna cook. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Teal looks you dead in the face like, yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to go. And he just walks back towards the front counter, and you see him just go downstairs, just right past Ileana.
He does that, like, going downstairs thing, but he's actually going downstairs.
Yeah.
Goodness. She goes to hold up her hand to like that finger thing, and it's like kind of opens her mouth, and it's just like it's too late, and she just
It's
kind of
gone.
slowly lowers her hand. It's like,
He's
ugh.
So, Vivian, you just kind of take a seat at one of the tables kind of by the wall, by a window. Give me a perception check.
Perception check. You got it. Not bad. Lucky 13.
I mean, so you can hear something through the glass. It's not close,
Okay.
but it's not super far away. It sounds like somebody yelling, but it's not like an "I'm in danger" yelling. It's like they're a crier just yelling to the fucking ether.
Can I make out like any words to get maybe a general idea or a concept?
Yeah. You catch just a very small snippet of it. And you can hear it's a man. Sounds older, not elderly,
men.
maybe not men, just one man. Sounds like he could be somewhere in the 40, 50s range, kind of gruff voice. And he says, "Don't lose your soul in the afterlife. Only the tribunal can save you." And he just keeps yelling something along those lines.
Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. don't lose your soul in the afterlife. She'll kind of like repeat it, like mumbles it to herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has no idea. Oh, he has no idea what that's like. I mean, how late is it now?
I mean, equatable to like an 8:30 hour.
Okay, it's not that late.
No.
I mean, Tio's. Who knows how long he's gonna be in the kitchen? Shareed
Charcuterie.
is making a charcuterie board, apparently.
Mhm.
Shareed, nowhere to be fucking found. Kairos, long gone. Despite her mind saying don't do it, she's gonna get up from the table and quietly sneak out. She's gonna put her hood up and keep her veil on to kind of mask her appearance.
Okay.
And go outside to where she hears the yelling at.
All right. So you walk a fair ways down. It's probably, I don't know, probably about 500 yards. This guy's got some lungs on him. By the time you get close, like, he's yelling up a goddamn storm. And it's a man standing on a box, just looking at people passing by, just yelling,
Classic.
"You're lost. All of you are lost. You need as much help living and dying as you can, or else you're just going to be lost here in the afterlife and whenever you come back." And this man is dressed in simple robes, all black though.
All black.
Pretty scraggly, not super clean cut. Looks like he's just had a haircut, but he is just sitting there aggressively, point, yell.
All right. I will. Is there anyone else around him?
Oh
that's
yeah,
like listening.
There are people passing by on the street. Most people don't pay him any mind. Because of where he's standing, somebody pokes their head out from a top window of the house behind him and just in the most frustrated tone, "Shut the hell up!"
Oh man. Well, she won't like fully approach. She wants to keep some distance because she doesn't want to draw attention to herself, but she'll kind of speak out loud enough for him to hear her from where she's standing, saying, "What's this about being lost?"
He just kind of looks around. He's like, "Listen here. All of you people that follow these old gods, these quote-unquote primals, you're animals, all of you are animals. Only those who practice proper morals, self-restraint, can follow the tribunal to a peaceful afterlife."
What if that afterlife's not so peaceful?
Who said that? He's looking around.
She keeps her hood up. She doesn't make a chance to move, wanting to blend in.
Are you? Yeah. So you're just kind of blending in with people just in the crowd, like it's not a heavy crowd, but it's just like people passing by.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to blend in, maybe duck behind a corner of a house or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He just keeps yelling, "Look, if you're gonna heckle me to my face. I can take it. Come on."
I'm not a heckle. I'm just trying to get some answers. That's all. Just some friendly questions.
And then he goes back to his original tirade of like, "Don't get lost. Follow the tribunal." And you see that he pulls out like a stack of sheeted pamphlets. And he keeps trying to hand them to people as they pass by. Most people just fucking ignore him.
Let me double check my spell list real quickly.
Oh god.
As that's happening, Tia will come upstairs with a charcuterie board and see that Vivian's missing.
Yep.
Shreed's nowhere to be seen. So he'll just go to sit at a table and wait.
All by himself.
He'll light a solitary candle.
While you're sitting there for a little bit. Elena comes up and is like, "Are you okay? Where'd your friends go?"
Oh, they're busy, but I gotta make sure that we're ready for when they come back. Do you want to try one? And you'll motion to the charcuterie board.
Just roll me a flat d20.
Flat D20.
Yeah. 16. It looks pretty good. Like, so she looks at it, she looks at you, and she says, "All right." She sits down opposite of you, and she picks up maybe a piece of like cured meat, eats it. She's like, "This is actually really good. Where did this come from downstairs?"
Yeah.
"You're feeding me my own food?"
Yeah.
She just looks you dead in the eyes, and she says,
Is it good? You like it, right?
"Yeah, it's delicious, but this food is meant for everyone."
Better than Thrax's cooking, I bet. You'll kind of try to gloat a bit.
How loud do you say that?
Actually, he's not hiding it. He's trying to gloat.
You can hear, just barely over the crowd, a sound that comes from the hatch downstairs. Just,
See how easily angered your chef is?
She just shakes her head.
Oh, if only you knew a better chef to hire in place.
Hey, look. You're registered to be an adventurer, not a chef. All right.
Why not both?
Speaking of which, are you guys on a job, or are you just hanging about?
Oh yes, we took that. He points to that posting of Yictix. That one,
right.
yeah.
Right.
Tomorrow in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, try and get some good sleep, and don't poke Thrax too much. He eventually kind of the last person that did that ended up with a couple of forks and a knife and a spoon lodged in places you wouldn't think.
Are these the employees you like to hire here?
Yeah, they get the job done.
Oh, okay.
I still don't know how he did the spoon thing.
I'm just looking for the qualifications that you admire. So I'll remember forking people. You'll look around for forks.
Oh no.
Please don't.
No.
Please, God, no, please.
It's not an admirable trait.
She just kind of pats the table as she gets up. She says, "Keep your forks to yourself. And good luck on your trip. We hope to see you back soon."
We'll just clasp his lizard claws, looking at the light and waiting. Then go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So-
oh my god.
So it's about this time, Shareed, you finally make it back to the Stone's Throw. It's been about another 20-minute walk. You push open the large double doors into the tavern area, and you see sitting alone at a table with a board full of meats and cheeses sitting in front of him is Tio.
Are you hungry, friend?
Oh, I've had this food ready for you. How did it go?
It could have gone better.
You'll
You
just
said that-
push the board forward.
You said that was for me.
Yeah, you and Vivian and Kairos if he comes tonight.
You know what? I don't have much of an appetite right now, but thank you very much. I think I'm going to retire.
Good. Get the rest. We can
But
save
your
this for
career's
later.
only gotten started.
Wow.
Wow. So you kind of you regard Tio and you start making your way to the stairs.
Actually, as I turn back,
Mhm.
Tio, I have some questions for you.
For me? Okay.
Yeah. You seem to be a bit uneasy with the thought of Yictix and this swamp.
You look really tired. You should probably get some rest.
No, it's okay, my friend. I'm wondering if we perhaps might uh, excuse ourselves from this contract and seek out other opportunities.
Well, don't let me talk us out of a contract we've committed to. I don't want to spoil our reputation. I know how important that is. He says that while like anxiously tapping his claws on the table. Just it's fine. We just the sooner we get there, the sooner we can get paid and not worry about it, right? Is that how it goes?
Well, to be honest with you, friend, I have my own concerns.
Oh,
See, first off, we at the moment are without our friend Kairos, and I am concerned as to his availability in the future. As well as you see, I might have made arrangements for the day after next, and
Hmm.
I am concerned that I might this duty we signed up for might require more time.
I see. We've double booked ourselves, is what you mean. What are the penalties to revoking our commitments?
Hmm.
I
Uh,
don't know.
he'll look around for Ilyana.
You see her sitting at the front desk, working on some papers.
He'll be tempted to throw a fork at her, but not, and just approach her.
she looks at you as you approach, and she says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Well, we've come to an unfortunate circumstance where we may not be able to fulfill the commitment to this posting. And while assessing our resources, I was curious what the penalties of revoking that commitment might be, other than
She
the wax on paper.
she looks at you, and her eyes kind of droop low, and she's like, "Oh, sorry to tell you, the penalties are you're expelled from the guild, tried as a criminal, and drawn and quartered."
I'll go tell our friends.
She flags you back down. She's like, I'm kidding.
Oh.
She
It
says,
wasn't funny.
I think it was hilarious. She says, look, it actually happens a lot more than you would think. The guild just requests a 5 silver, essentially administrative fee, so that we can then repost for other adventurers to take the job.
We'll just look to Sharid as he's taking out 5 silver.
No, my friend, this is my call. As I
I cost the...
hand out the 5 silver.
Okay.
She holds out her hand, takes the silver, and she says, okay, if you guys are really sure. She goes back over to the job board, pulls down the request paper that's already got the wax seal on it. She looks at it. She takes a knife, very carefully pops off the wax seal. Took a couple of words with it, and she just kind of adjusts that, fixes it, puts it back up on the board.
How much silver makes a gold? 10?
10. Yeah. It's all 10s. Except for Electrum, which is weird.
I know, it's the only one I don't use.
Nobody uses it. Nobody ever.
No.
Yeah, fuck Electrum.
Very well. Well, now that we have relieved ourselves from that burden, I will take my leave. Enjoy your meat and cheese spread.
Tio will just wait to see Vivian returns, but not too long before retiring himself and
Okay.
turning into rations.
Okay. Vivian, back to you. You're still on the street.
Okay.
You see this man handing out flyers. Eventually, the sun's already past the walls, but it starts getting dark enough. The lights have come on, and He eventually steps down from his box, picks it up, flips it over. It's open on the top. He puts the rest of his flyers in, and then he's getting ready to walk away.
All right. So there's a couple of things I'd like to do. First, I would like to use prestidigitation to kind of make his box feel cold, like in the presence of a ghost, how like the room would normally go cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, I'd like to shoot him a message saying, "What if you're stuck in between?" And then as soon as I send that, I kind of go back around the corner.
Okay. So as the box starts getting cold, you see his posture kind of stiffen up, and then he starts to hear those words creep into his brain, and he just starts looking around. Who's there? Huh? Show yourself. Huh?
And then, if I can, I'd like to use prestidigitation again.
Jesus.
To make him hear like faint bells that you would sometimes hear during a funeral.
Oh my god.
Really trying to scare him.
He's like, is there a church here? No, there's no church here. Where the hell's that coming from? He sets his ear up against a nearby house. He's like, no, not there. Looks down an alleyway. Not there. He starts he starts making his way down the walkway a little bit faster.
Making my way downtown.
Is he trying to look for me, or is he trying to get away from me?
It looks like he's trying to haul ass.
All right, I'll peek around the corner as he's trying to get away and ask, "You're not going to answer my question about what if you're stuck in between?"
He half addresses it, and you just hear him say, "Nope," and he just keeps on walking.
All right, I'll give up at that point if he's running. I'll finally come up from in the corner, and I'll just go back to the inn.
Okay. So you make your way back to the inn. It's a little bit later now. You walk in. Tio is, I assume, still sitting around with his charcuterie board.
Yeah, he's like half sleeping into his claws.
He may be drooling just outside the board.
Yeah.
I'll approach and just carefully poke it with like my bony finger. Tio.
Oh, you're back. I'm not sure where you went, but I prepared some food.
Oh, I just had to take care of a thing. They won't be a problem, but don't worry about it. It's fine. And she sits down and just like, "Oh, this looks quite appetizing. What exactly is it? Everything on here?"
He'll start naming, like, this is the cured meats of the Welt, this is the broiled pasta paste, and this is the cheeses from the north, and you'll elaborate on the cheeses and meats there, and maybe some jam and crackers.
She will try one of everything to see what she might like the best.
Those cured meats, they all taste great. The cheeses, the pastas. Those meats really, really settle in well.
Trying to get a job here, Vivian. I'm really trying. So that in between jobs, we're always working, you know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. All right, once. Wow, I've never had anything like this before. And she says this a little bit more excitedly and like loud so people can hear her. This is some of the best meat I've ever had. The way you prepared everything, spectacular. How'd you do all this?
Yeah. And is there, there are people here, right?
There are a couple, yeah.
Okay. And you've been coming here for a while too, haven't you?
Little bit.
You know what, you two, whoever wants to. You know what, both of you give me a performance check.
Okay.
Wait, what's your performance, Tio?
My performance is actually pretty good. Well, okay, the roll wasn't good, but...
Yeah, my roll wasn't great either. The 13, mid-ish.
So, Vivian, you're able to make it sound at least somewhat authentic. Tio, you sound like you're in an infomercial. Like, wow, this is the best you've had, right? You've never been around here, right? And the few people that are around, Ileana, you look over at the front desk. Ileana's just got her head in her hands. A couple of the other adventurers that are here are just kind of flat out ignoring you, just shaking their heads. A couple of them get up and go upstairs, assumedly to sleep.
Maybe another time.
Maybe not here. I don't think this is the best area to maybe do this in, considering, the cook probably could hear that.
I'll turn these into rations. Billy, I think I'm going to get some rest. Thank you for helping, Vivian.
You're very welcome. It's the least I could do.
Okay.
And she'll go up to retire. Quick question: how is she feeling? Because I know I kind of send you something. Just out of curiosity, how's she feeling tonight?
She's feeling fine.
Feeling fine. Okay.
For tonight.
For tonight. Okay. Cool.
So do you both make your way upstairs?
Yeah.
Super. So you each kind of turn in for bed, and you tuck in, and the night goes by relatively without incident. Sharid, as you're dozing off to sleep, you feel your body get lighter. Your mind starts to kind of just go hazy as you drift off to sleep. And then you're jolted awake. But around you is no longer the room that you've been staying in. You seem to be laying in the middle of a lake, crystal clear, completely flat. The sky is almost white, and everything else around you is kind of covered in a mist, in a haze.
Note to self: Sharid can float.
Sharid can float, even as an Earth Genasi.
Is anyone there?
You hear a voice. A familiar voice. Kind of familiar. And you hear that voice say, "You're not alone, little one." You poke your head up, like you just kind of half sit up, and you see sitting on the surface of the water, maybe 5 feet from you, is the large Goliath, Agora. Sitting cross-legged, but even sitting, she's about as tall as you are.
Where am I?
She says, "No need to be alarmed. You're simply dreaming."
Okay. Please, tell me, why have you come to visit me in my dreams?
She says, "Well, it's certainly a lot easier than trying to fit through normal-sized doorways in this city. Just a lot more convenient. And private."
Very well.
She says, "I can see you. I can see what makes you you. And it's disrupted. Your energies are all over the place, constantly changing. You're unstable. We mentioned this when we met in the marketplace.
Shreed nods.
You don't remember anything, do you?
I do not.
She just kind of nods her head. And she says, come closer.
I comply.
So you stand up, and you find that you're also standing on the surface of the water. It's almost as if there's a floor right under the surface. And you make your way over to her. And she looks at you and says, would you like me to try and give you some answers?
I would appreciate that more than you know.
As she starts to reach her hand down to your level, she says, dreams are the gateway to the soul. And some would even say to the memory. Even if something is wiped from our mind, it's never truly gone. It always still exists, even in fragments. And she puts the tip of her finger to your forehead, which still takes up like this much of your fucking forehead. And she closes her eyes, and you can feel a wave of energy pass through you. And she tells you to look around. As you pan your head, you see images start to appear in the haze, essentially reflecting off of the mist. Most of them are of recent events. You meeting up with your compatriots, traveling to the city, helping out the old woman Nona find her son and his friends, and even meeting with men, not but a few hours ago. Hey, look, you've had an eventful time here. But amongst that, you can see the glimmering of colors in the mist. There are images behind what you're seeing, deeper into that mist. But you can't quite make it out.
Can you tell me, what am I?
Well, now you are Janasi. Although something tells me that you're not like any Janasi I have encountered before. However, it looks, and she also begins to pan her head around. I feel that you were not always as such.
Can you help me see clearer?
She says, I can try. The recovery of memories is not an easy task, but maybe I can open the door a little bit. And you feel another wave of energy pass through her finger into your body. And those haze, in that initial line of haze starts to get a little thinner, and you start to see the colors behind a little bit more clearly. You're not sure what to make of much of it. Give me a perception check. All right. You look around and you stare at one particular area where the colors seem to be their brightest. And you begin to make note of vague shapes, more specific colors, and it seems that what you're seeing is just a flash of a landscape. You see buildings, and you see pink flower petals drifting on the air. But the image is still. You're not sure where it is. You're not sure what exactly you're seeing. The buildings look different than those around you. Slate roofs, but more stylized. But other than that, not many defining features as the haze begins to take that image back.
Thank you for this gift.
And she says, I apologize that it's not much, as she removes her hand.
Tell me, is there a way I can contact you in a manner such as this?
She says, I apologize, but this is very much a one-way transaction. She says, this is a gift that I've gotten from my ancestors, a very specific tribe of stone giants that specialized in dreams and dream walking.
Is there any way I could see more? Not from you, but perhaps is there anyone else somewhere I can go?
She says, in my experience, after the initial resurgence of memories, the best thing to do? Travel. See if you can find places that trigger more memories on their own. Unfortunately, there's only so much that I can do, save for open the door.
You're very kind.
She just kind of nods towards you. And then she curls up her finger, plucks you in the forehead, and you jolt awake back in your bed.
Oh, my. What time of day is it?
It's now morning. All of you have had the benefit of a long rest. And you look out of a nearby window in your room and see that the sun is just cresting over the height of the wall.
Yeah, Shorid doesn't say anything, just quietly gets up, makes his bed, and makes his way downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll be downstairs as well, probably fighting with Thrax to try and get into the kitchen if I could.
Okay.
And then Vivian will be heading downstairs and just kind of find a table to herself, just so she can get some me time in the morning before she has to interact with people.
Gotta get that cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, she does.
So you all just slowly convalesce in the tavern area of the Stone's Throw. You see that there are a couple other adventurers, some already decked out in their armor as if they're about to head out on a job. Others, strangely enough, in common attire. And you all just meet up amongst a few of the tables in the inn.
Can I do some meal buffs?
Sure. Go ahead and roll on your cooking thing, and let's see what happens.
Is it just the meal buffs, or is it
Now, if you roll the ability, it'll do a
cooking
roll for you.
expertise?
Yeah. And if it's a 15 or higher,
Oh my god.
Sure isn't. So you've been
Guess I didn't get into the
downstairs.
kitchen.
Yeah, no, you've been downstairs, but as you walk down into the basement kitchen area, Thrax is just flailing at you like, "You make fun of me. You make fun of my food. Get out!" And he starts whacking you with a ladle until you leave the area.
At least it's not a fork.
It's not a fork.
Go back up.
But you've heard what he can do with a spoon.
You'll present the rations with the group for breakfast and stuff.
So Sharid and Vivian, you're presented with a spread of dried meats and some preserved edible arrangements of sorts.
Oh boy. Just like last night?
Well, yeah, it's still good.
It is last night's.
Oh boy. I mean, isn't it breakfast? Shouldn't we be eating something breakfasty?
Well, grits was pretty good too. We can debate about breakfast.
I mean, that's fair, but she'll just go ahead and start eating it. She's not going to bother arguing about food. This early in the morning, she's not ready.
Oh, sorry, yawn got me.
Sharid, it looks like your sleep was interrupted or something. How did?
I am fine, my friend.
Hmm.
Tell me, have either of you happened to have seen our friend Cinders?
I haven't actually, now that you mention it.
Hmm.
Kind of getting worried.
I'm sure he'd be all fine.
You
I'm
alright
sure
there?
he'd be all right.
That's 2 strokes from 2 characters.
Yeah.
Where's the third?
So,
He's
Vivian, if you didn't, if Tiro didn't tell you, we have terminated our our assignment on the board.
Wait. The S? Why would you do that?
Each of us having our own reasons.
There's a more lucrative assignment that I believe Sharid is aware of, and plus you saw Men, right? He didn't look like a very reliable and lucrative individual. Plus the swamplands, ew.
Did you
So
really
Sharid-
mostly base it on the swamp lands?
Sharid, yeah, what was that other lead you had? You'll start eating some of the breakfast, trying to ignore Vivian's question.
No, I want to know. And she'll, lean closer. So you can see her sunken eyes and be like, I want to know why you hate the swamplands so bad.
It's just some, family. You know how family can be. You don't want to see them,
you're
right?
trying to avoid your family. Did your family live in the swamplands then?
Yeah, that's why it stinks.
Well, I don't see what harm there would be in, seeing some old family.
Oh,
At least you know who your family is.
yeah. Well,
That's fair.
Jesus.
But what am I saying? We are no longer pursuing this endeavor.
It's such a shame. We could have met Tio's family.
well, they would just try and eat you.
They
Tio
would try to eat me?
As Tio says that, Ileana kind of scurries up to your table and says, "Hi, I hope you all slept well. I have a message for you all." She just kind of sets it on the table and says, "This arrived by courier this morning. I would probably take a look at that," as she just kind of rushes off elsewhere.
Sure. Yeah, Sharid grabs it and opens it up. What do I see?
So it's a folded envelope with a seal bearing 5 stars in a circle, reminiscent of the symbol that was on the guard's attire here in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Inside is a message saying, we would like to meet with the four of you. Please come to the center market, to the Nexus, at your earliest convenience.
Uh-oh.
Signed, the Uhuru Trade Council.
Is that a good letter, Sharid?
She's neither good nor bad. It just is.
You would
It's
say you have
unfortunate.
mixed feelings about it?
I have no feelings about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What are feelings?
But seeing as it requests the presence of the four of us, and we are only 3, perhaps we should wait? What do you think?
They might understand that all groups have inconsistencies in their attendance.
I mean, I suppose.
I'm sure Kairos has better things to be doing as well.
We have kind of a cutscene flash to Kairos in a library, like head down, asleep on a table.
He's
Just
so busy.
The book is what to expect when you're expecting.
My goodness.
I mean, yeah.
Well, given that our day is now wide open,
Was summoned to us. Might as well.
yes. Very well. And Sharid stands up immediately and says, "Let us go."
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Huzzah.
So,
On his way out, Teal will pick up a fork and just give it to Ileana.
She looks very confused and a little
You're
taken
welcome.
aback. She takes it. Is this a flower where you come from?
The flower?
Yeah.
It's just a fork.
Why are you giving me a fork?
Oh, I totally misheard you. I thought you said you liked forks. You'll just leave.
She just looks very confused, and then
Yeah.
you all head out.
I don't even want to ask.
Dude.
goodness.
Let's
So you all
make
make
our way
the
to the Nexus.
yeah, you guys make the 20-minute or so walk back to the center market. You walk in through the second layer of walls, and it's busy. It's not as busy as it was yesterday. There aren't any demonstrations going on, no sound of pounding anvils. It's now just reverted to a normal market once more. And you maybe ask around and determine that the Nexus is one of the 2 larger buildings here in the center marketplace. In fact, the one that the guild leaders adjourned to yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. With the summons in hand, I approach the building.
All right. So let's do that. And a dis. And why'd that go away? Oh.
What a beautiful looking building.
It is quite beautiful.
Hate it when it does this. Let's refresh that. And blammo.
It's a shame there's no bones on the floor.
So you're met with this sound of low speaking tones, but plenty of them. As you look around, and this seems to be an administrative building. Dead ahead of you is a large table with a human male sitting there, And to your left and to your right, you see slightly smaller desks with rope queues leading away from them. As you see a number of residents lined up in each queue, approaching the desk in due process. And as you walk through the door, you see the human in front of you not even look up at you and just start waving you forward.
Yes. We have been summoned, as I show her the paper.
Okay.
Scroll.
She takes it from you, and as she's looking it around, you see behind her is a large fountain covered in ivy, and at the very top is a large, round, what you would assume to be a spell gem or some kind of orb, shedding light, lighting up this entire building. You notice a number of guards rotating through. And at the very edge of your hearing, you can hear the sound of coin.
Just watch the examination of her summons.
Yeah. So she ultimately looks back up at you all. This here says 4.
Yes. One of us is unable to be present.
Yes. Is it
Uh-huh.
a requirement to these summons?
I mean, no, but
Okay.
just wanted to make sure y'all could count. She just kind of waves you through. The door in the back. Wait your turn.
Thank you kindly.
You literally took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that exact same thing.
So yeah,
Walk.
we approach the door in the back. Is it
Yep.
this one?
Yes.
I want to graze that ivy as he walks by.
Yeah, you do. Tastes like plastic.
Oh,
actually.
I mean graze with his claws and fingers, not
Ah.
graze upon.
I mean, hey, gotta be specific.
You're right. I can understand why you'd say that.
As you approach the back door, despite the fact that she said wait in line, there doesn't seem to be anybody else here in line. You approach the 2 guards, you hand them your missive, and one glances it over, looks up at you, glances back down, flips it over, looks at the seal,
Yes,
and
we
hands
know
it back
there-
to you.
We are only 3.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but alright. Glad you're self-aware. They then, both guards, take the side of their hand, knock on the door twice before opening. And in front of you is a large ovular table. That's some very loud coins. Very large table surrounded by Carmine, Grezik, Agora, as well as 2 other faces you're not familiar with. And standing opposite them is a human, very nice robes, very nice thick beard, well put together. As he turns around and sees you all as you enter. And he says, so you're the ones that we must have summoned. Come on, come in.
So Sharid, upon making his entry, takes a very low and respectful bow to all present before proceeding forward.
As he's respectfully bowing, Tio is stumbling and crawling through the room with his like ladles and pot pans banging off the floor and the wall. Oh, sorry. And you just look at Tio bowing and just try to bow as well.
Meanwhile, Vivian just kind of like daintily walking, like barely making a sound as she's walking like to the right of Sharid.
And they... Jesus.
I didn't know you guys saw that. I'm sorry. I saw a door icon and I'm like, ooh, what is this?
As you
Doors
walk
can
in,
open and shut.
yeah, let's say as you walk in, the door closes behind you.
Ah!
I
Ah!
just see it flashing on the stream, and I'm like, oh my god.
What have I done?
As you hand over your missive to the human in front of you, he says, "Yep, that's the one." He sets it on the table, and he gives a deep bow as he introduces himself. "My name is Arthur Bandergash. I am the residential representative of the Trade Council here." And as he steps back up, he gestures to everyone else at the table. "May I introduce you all?" And he goes in order.
Not.
He points to the fiery genasi that Sharid you are familiar with. Arthur says, "This is Carmine Hayfast, leader of the Soul Forged." Gestures to the man that you've seen around the stone's throw numerous times. Grezik. Some call him Grezik the Bear, leader of the Ursus Lodge. He gestures to the large Goliath. This is Agora Strix, leader of the Curio. And then he gestures to a rather, comparatively, average-looking male. Not bad-looking, but seems normal. This is Leland Halmer, leader of the Uhuru Brew Works. And then he gestures to a female elf, very muscular, sleeveless shirt, long flowing black hair. And this is Alexi. Some call her Alexi the Wood Eater, leader of the Many Hands. You've all been summoned here for a very specific purpose. Some might even call it a job.
Okay.
Well, what kind of job we talking about?
He says, "I assume at least two of you are familiar with the house fire yesterday that took place in the northern region of town."
Oh yeah, that was us.
Oh, yeah, that. Well, we didn't cause it,
That was-
obviously. We
That was
we're the ones
you?
that helped. We helped. We helped the woman and the baby escape
Yeah.
as they were trapped inside the house.
Very well. We fear that was set with malicious intent. We have had the guards combing the wreckage of the home for any lead that might lead us in that direction. You see, among a number of families, there was a small apartment in that building that housed one of the researchers in the employ of the Trade Council. His name was Hothus, and he was working on a number of initiatives here in the city, including some that, well, I can't quite tell you about.
That's fair.
You see, as reported by a friend of his, Hothus has been missing for a number of days, and we fear this may not be your run-of-the-mill kidnapping. You all might have seen the posting for that job in the Ursus Lodge. It actually went under our radar for quite some time, no one having picked it up. Kind of a shame, actually. And it was only when this home fire erupted that we connected those dots.
It's absolutely terrible.
And he says, a job we have for you. If you can find out what happened to Hathis and why someone might have wanted to burn his home, we would very much appreciate it.
Do you know where he typically liked to hang out at? Where he was like last seen?
The human Leland will speak up and say, I've seen him in the Bard's Blood, our bar on the northwestern part of town, a number of times. He tended to frequent just like any other resident of the city, but I haven't seen him in there for a number of days.
Can you tell me specifically how many days possibly so we can get a good idea?
He ponders for a second. It's been about 5 to 6.
5 to 6? And was he last seen at this specific area?
Of that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where his last whereabouts were.
Okay.
Did the
Sharif.
guards happen to discover anything upon their inquiries into the burning house?
Arthur turns back to you and says, not as of yet. We would have you investigate the home yourself, just to see if there's anything that they might have missed. And then, I don't know, maybe ask around town, see if you can find out his last whereabouts, and go from there. But where are my manners? You all are members of the Ursus Lodge, correct? So let me... So let me let you... Let me tell you about the reward for this job. This job is very important, but also one to be kept in the utmost secrecy for now. As such, your group will be rewarded with 500 gold, as well as a favor for each of you from any of the guild leaders you see here.
Upon hearing that, Cherie just looks at Carmine and just gives her a nonchalant wink.
She keeps a straight face, but you see her kind of chuckle under her breath. Do you accept?
Can I make a perception check to see what's possibly going on between these two?
What's your passive?
My passive? Oh, that's a good question. Does it even say on here? Wait.
It's 10 plus
curious.
your perception.
13.
Oh. 10 plus... wisdom, so that'd be like a 11, I'm assuming. It's not great.
Yeah. So you don't notice the wink.
Okay.
Tia, what's your passive?
13.
You do. But just ever so slightly. You see Cherie just kind of slightly turn his head towards Carmine. You don't see the wink because it's with the other eye.
He won't call it out right now. Just observe it.
Okay. But Arthur turns to you all and says, will you accept this job on our behalf?
Of course. Right, everyone? And I quickly glance to my left to look at both of them with like a serious expression that reads like, we fucking will take this.
With a slight bow, Shorty just says, we are at your service.
You'll try and mimic the bow and accidentally drop a pan and pick it back up and go to bow.
And in this small room, that just echoes.
Just awkward pause as he's scrambling to pick it back up and hook it on his belt. Yes, yes.
You see that Alexi in particular just kind of puts her hand up, kind of giggling a little bit at you, but trying not to necessarily show it. It just kind of gives a little.
Just nods.
Grezek will then turn his head towards you all. And in one of the few instances, with the exception of you, Vivian, this is the first time he's spoken to you all, I believe. And he says, you all were selected because, quite frankly, you're the newest here. Not many people know your face, which means you're going to be a little less suspicious poking around town. So try and make the best of that, please.
Using the freshest of ingredients, I understand.
No, he means that we'll try our best.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we will be very discreet.
Right.
Though, Vivian is curious to kind of get an idea of who everyone else is here that she hasn't met yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just before she gets too much further into this contract they're negotiating.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants to get an idea of who she's working for. Obviously, she knows kind of more of the right three. I mean, she's briefly had an interaction with the Fire Genasi, but the other two on the far left, no clue.
Yeah. Do you specifically ask about that?
Yeah, be kind of casual. Be like, I mean, I haven't really met a couple of you here. And she'll position herself where she's looking at the two on her left, and be like, I'm sorry, can I just get to know you two a little bit more, just so I have an idea of who everyone is here?
Leland will just kind of look a little bit exasperated at it. He'll put his hand on his hand while leaning on the table. He says, what would you like to know, little lady?
Just a general idea, like who you are, what you do,
I mean,
anything that you're willing to share.
He says, what I'll share is that we're business people. If you must know, the Brewworks are responsible for the farmland around here, as well as making sure the residents are fed. And that they have a good time as well.
Well, that's definitely a very important job.
Just to boot. Alexi will then speak up and just say, if we're just sharing resumes here, the many hands are responsible for all the houses you see here. We make sure everyone's got a roof over their head and that, well, everyone's happy with it.
Do you eat wood?
It's a moniker, kid. I've made my way through this guild as a recruit. And I got to my position because I was very good at chopping down trees. And you see, kind of leaned against the table in between her and Leland, is the handle of an axe.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's all. Just to get a general idea of who everyone is. I appreciate you all answering.
The two of them just kind of nod. And then Arthur turns around. Well, thank you very much. Now, go on. Get to work. Bzzz.
T will follow Sharid's lead.
And Vivi will fall right after Tio, kind of giving one last glance back at everyone. And just because that one guy was just kind of with how he just said that, rubbed her the wrong way a little bit. And she'll eye him specifically for a second before she makes her full exit.
And almost on cue, the guards outside open up the double doors that lead into this room.
Excuse me, guard. I have a question.
He just kind of looks at you.
Oh no.
The ivy on this fountain, is it up for public harvesting? Just
Please
a
don't.
hand bunch?
Please don't touch the ivy.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm
you
sure
just-
we can find you some ivy when we
But
go
it
out.
won't be from here. It's not the same.
It's not the good stuff.
And then as she walks past the guard, she'll just kind of like whisper, "I'm so sorry," and she'll keep walking.
And they'll just stone face the entire way. They're looking forward, scanning the room, not even really acknowledging you all.
Good to know.
Should we head to the burned remains?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Good to make haste.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I just realized something.
Hmm.
Because I've never played a barbarian before.
mhm.
When I rage, I get +2 to damage rolls. I've never factored
Oh
that in.
yeah,
Oh no,
that's
Ooh.
true. Well,
So,
now we know.
That's rough.
that rage damage.
True.
Damage. So, you make your way back out of the building and back onto the streets of the city. You end up in the market, where you all were before. That one. There we go. And you head north out of the market to the charred remains of the house that you assisted with the day prior. Outside, you see kind of a ring of guards around the building, some inside sifting through just ash and rubble and lost memories as you all walk up.
Tio, not knowing any better, will just try and walk right through the line to the rubble.
And a guard's just going to kind of put their hand up to your chest, like, can I help you?
Oh, we were hired by... Are they a council? He looks over his shoulder for confirmation. To come investigate this area? Do you have that piece of paper, Shuri, to show them?
You would still have it, yeah.
I still have it. Yeah, I would show the missive.
And they look at it. More specifically, they flip it over and look at the seal, and then look back up at you all and hand it back. And they say, if the council sent you, go on and take a look. Just don't... Well, he looks over his shoulder, looks back, don't ruin anything. And then just kind of lets you through.
Has there been anyone that's come by that's been odd that doesn't live here?
He
Other
looks
than
at the
us?
three of you. He says, I mean, we get a lot of folks that don't necessarily live here every so often, but no, we haven't.
Okay.
Alright, well, I suppose we shall go in, right? To possibly see if we can find something.
Do a
Or,
investigation of the area.
Actually, before we go in, I do want to ask the guards, do you have an idea of what started the fire specifically? Was it, or like where the specific location was, like whether it's on the outside or something on the inside?
Yeah. The guard will reach over to another guard standing next to him who has a stack of reports. He'll pull one and kind of flip through and say, from the looks of it, fire started from inside the house. We can't tell exactly what started it. We do see that one body was recovered from this building.
Wait, there was a body recovered?
Yep.
Oh my goodness! And I turned back to Teal, and I'm just like, I thought we got everyone. I thought it was just the woman and her baby.
There might
There
have
was
been
still-
someone else.
We didn't hear them though.
No.
He looks
That's
at you all. You all might not have heard him. Looks like he was laying in the rubble for quite a while. Average sized male. Tattoo on his right arm.
Wait, did we get a description of what the guy looks like that we're trying to find?
Of which guy that you're... of Hothus?
Office.
Office, yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you a description. He's a half-elf. Blonde hair, glasses, about 6'4".
Does he have tattoos?
None that were described to you.
Okay, how tall is the body?
So it's small.
Yeah, average height, about 5'5", 5'6".
5'5". Okay.
What was the tattoo of?
He says, here, I've got a sketch of it. He hands you a sketch of a tattoo that looks like a hammer, but instead of a handle, it's a sword.
If I were to pull out the sketch that I made, what?
It would look exactly the same.
Take that as you will.
Didn't we see this recently?
Are you familiar with this symbol?
Not particularly, no. Doesn't match any of our records. But you might be able to find someone in the Adventurers Guild that may know. They tend to be out and about more than we are.
Crap. I
Very well, thank
swear
you.
I saw that.
If you don't mind, we would like to investigate the remains further. Of the house, not the body.
Yeah. He says knock yourself out. But don't, please. You may go in.
Not funny.
So they make way for you all to enter the charred home. And inside, it's almost like a very small apartment complex. It looks like 2 residences were at the bottom and 2 were at the top. And this guard will lead you through and say, the residence on the bottom, I suppose bottom left, is where the body was found. Looks like everybody else in the building got out. It was a close call with a woman and her baby, but it looks like some adventurers passing by might have saved them.
I don't remember if Tio knows what Boogan to the west is. I might have misnoted that.
No, yeah. Bugan is another city-state.
Boogan. And is that symbol at all related to this place?
I believe, Sharid, you were told when you asked Ileana about it, that it looks very similar to the crest of Bugan, except it doesn't. That crest doesn't have a sword attached to it at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I don't think Tio knows of that, so he'll just continue investigating.
Sharid had some ideas, but I didn't want to discuss it in front of the guard. Very well, thank you for showing us. If you don't mind, we will make our investigations.
All right. Have fun.
So, yeah, we'll play Detective Sharid.
All right. So everyone give me an investigation check.
I can only roll 13s tonight, apparently.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you've been consistent at least.
Yeah. I guess it is my lucky number tonight, damn.
So you all are sifting through the ashes, you each kind of take a different room. Tio, since the stairs have kind of collapsed in on themselves, you just kind of climbed your way up. You even find the burned remains of your bow up against one of the walls.
You know what? You'll keep it.
He'll keep it. All right. But as you're looking around, it looks like everything is ash. But just as you're wrapping up Sharid, you notice that in the apartment where the body was found, there's a large desk, mostly burned away, but as you pull out one drawer, there seems to be a shred of something. You can't make out too much of it because of the damage, and the paper seems very fragile. But it looks like there are some markings still barely legible on this piece of paper. You see a number of drawings and numbers, but they don't mean much to you.
Okay. If the parchment is in a good enough shape, I will keep it on my person.
Okay. I think that'd be fine.
So yeah, I'd assume that I find this and I don't share it with everybody at the moment, just because everybody is doing their own investigations.
Yeah.
After I find this parchment, Sharid will take a moment and close his eyes, put his hands down to his side, open up his palms, and use my...
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, I didn't mean to GM roll that. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I got you. Bam. Magic awareness. All right. There we go. So you can open your awareness to presence of concentrated magic. To the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. So you spend a few seconds just kind of taking in the energy of the area. But it doesn't feel like anything magical is left. You can feel that there was a remnant. Something magical was here. But not anymore.
The essence of magic. Very good. Well, after some time, I assume, I will meet up with the other two and inquire and say, will your such as fulfill fucking fruitful.
There you go.
Before he asks, as opposed to an investigation, could I try tracking to see where people might have come to or leave the area?
Yeah, give me a survival check at disadvantage, because a lot of people have passed through here investigating. So it'd be hard to find. Yeah.
I think that's control, if I remember right.
Control is disadvantage, but so it's 15. Yeah, it's between the footsteps of your group and the guards that have come through before you. You can tell that either because of the fire or something else, the windows have all been blown out, so any evidence that's left on them is not readily available.
Nothing too particular yet, Sharid. What about you?
I found this parchment.
In a house fire, that's pretty remarkable, yeah.
Yeah. So Sharid shows you all this parchment. It's just got faint remnants, lines, letters, and numbers. None of you really know what it would necessarily be about.
Looks like another language.
The
Perhaps this is something we should share with Kairos when he returns.
Yeah. So as you all are discussing this, the guard that lets you in just kind of like flags you down from outside. He says, "Hey, the body that was found here is about to get hauled off. Do you all want to take a look at that or no?"
Sure. And anything can help.
Oh,
And I will go over and investigate the body, considering you know what I am.
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine check, you got it.
are you okay, Vivian? You seem excited to see a dead body.
Well, we need information, don't we? I mean, what if his body had possibly... What if something survived on his person that could help us with the investigation?
Like a parasite?
Fuck, I can't roll. They're... Eight.
Tio, to you, this body looks less like a body and more just like jerky.
Yeah. He's actually more interested in why Vivian was first very worried about missing someone and now very interested in seeing a dead person.
Yeah. So Vivian, you don't notice much. You see that aside from the obvious burns on the body, it looks like there may be a faint hint of necrosis.
Okay.
So he might have essentially taken some necrotic damage at some point.
Interesting.
You
I say
see
that
there,
would be
Vivian.
something I'm very familiar with, considering everything and what spells I tend to use.
And it seemed to be focused mostly on the palm of his left hand.
Palm of his left hand. Okay. Well, Tio, he seems, and she'll point to it specifically, that, some type of necrotic magic was used at some point, either by him or on him.
Is it?
So he was possibly fighting someone before he died.
Or he cast something or touched something that caused it?
Perhaps.
Is it normal to sample the bodies from incidents like this?
What do you mean sample? You're not gonna try to eat part of him, are you?
I mean, it's normal in my culture.
No, you don't sample bodies. That's disrespecting the dead.
Don't
Tio's
shame
like-
my culture.
Tio's genuinely confused by that. Just like, oh. As though like a complete inverse, just, oh, you don't eat them. Okay.
Because we don't eat people. That's wrong. At least for us, it's wrong.
Fish or
That'd be
friends.
cannibalism.
I wouldn't know.
Well, very different societies. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you went ahead and ate this person here right now in front of all these people, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't take it very kindly, and you'd end up locked up, perhaps.
Huh. Remind
It's not
me
a
if you
good
ever
thing.
visit my family to tell you about our customs. They're very different.
Oh, I'm sure they are, and she kind of like looks a little bit worried, but isn't gonna press on it for this time.
But yeah, he'll just like lean into, I guess, investigate by like smelling and just looking for any traces of injury.
And then at the
Um,
same time, Vivian's gonna look for anything necrotic elsewhere in the house.
Yeah. So Tio, give me a medicine check. Okay.
It's the most mundane of roles.
And Vivian,
Yes.
yeah, you can give me one more investigation check. So Tio, as you're examining the body, you look at where Vivian mentioned the necrosis on his hand, and it looks about the size. It looks about the size of a trinket, a pebble, a stone, a gem, something was in their hand. And Vivian, you investigate the area where the body was found, and it looks like the charring of the building is slightly less where the body was laying.
Slightly less.
Yep. Your guess is
So
that this person fell over either as the fire was taking hold or right before.
So, potentially it started afterwards. He got into a fight, then the fire started to possibly have the evidence of him being attacked. And she'll call over Tio. Be like, Tio! I have a possible hypothesis on the situation.
Okay.
So, there's a chance that the fire started after he got into some type of, fight, possibly? Or his body was here just enough as the fire engulfed him. But if he did get into a fight prior, it would make sense why it's not as, burnt where his body was. And maybe someone was trying to hide the evidence of him being possibly killed.
I see. They said he was under the rubble, so it makes sense that they would have had no chance to escape.
Because it was on the first.
Unconscious.
Yeah, this is on the first floor, right?
Correct.
Where his body. And that would make sense concerning, if the building's crumbling down from top to bottom, that would make sense why he was under the rubble.
Do you see any of that necrotic effect on the building remains?
Not that I noticed yet.
You have not.
No, I haven't.
I'm not sure it seems like a conflict so much as an accident. It seemed like they were holding something.
They were holding something.
Yeah, the grooves in the hand were burned in a certain way. I'm extrapolating here based off what you said. And it seems like it may have malfunctioned or maybe done entirely intentional what it was supposed to do and rendered the spellcaster here into this state.
It's crazy what's going on here, I swear. Well,
there's no
I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Where's Shareed?
That's actually what I was about to ask. It's like, where is Shareed?
Because if there was a trinket here that could do such a device, maybe I think he has, a connection to these things. He's trying to not give away too much.
Perhaps. Shareed! Where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi.
I never left.
Did you find or suspect there to be any magical devices or items here? You seem to have a connection to those. Good sense of those.
Here on this body.
What?
Here on this body.
Which body?
What?
This body? And he points to you, like pointing your shoulder. This body?
Wait, aren't we still inspecting the corpse?
You are. Shareed, as when you did your magic awareness, you were inside the house. The remnant of magic that you felt was around where the body was found.
Oh, okay. So, what are you asking of me, Tio?
Just where you might have sensed something. It seemed like you had a trace.
I did not tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm intuiting by what you just said.
What do you know?
You just said something about this body having something.
I'm so confused.
I'm confused.
I didn't say anything about the body.
You said this body has something?
He was asking about the body.
My goodness.
Jesus.
This turned to utter chaos.
So yeah, like the two of us are talking over a corpse. Like, what did you say? Oh, I don't know. What did you say?
Huh? What's happening?
Just wondering if you found anything. I thought you said you did.
On the bot, this corpse right here.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the corpse.
Oh, well. Just wait.
I checked out the body initially, but
Oh, Sharid, you may not remember or know, but you're not allowed to sample the bodies.
Very well. And so
I'm here fucking go.
Sharid, I look at the body and I said, I put my hand on like the body and yes, it is as I thought. He is dead.
I mean,
We're detectives.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can't. And she just steps away from both of them.
You're getting paid for this.
We're fucked, is what you're trying to say.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we don't have the high-end character is not present at the moment.
So, Tia will go back to the rubble and take out his spear and just poke while thinking on his skills and abilities for another possible lead.
So, let's see.
I had to.
No, you're good. So we'll say a few minutes pass. Like, you guys have been investigating this area for about, I don't know, probably about an hour is what you spent digging through the rubble, investigating the body, intuiting what you can. Sharid, with your innate magical awareness, you do feel the same remnant of magical energy on the body coming from that scorch mark on his hand where the necrosis is.
Okay. Yes, I will share this feeling with the party.
Are you having feelings?
You have a feeling?
I'm having feelings. They are not good feelings. They are dark feelings. Bad thoughts.
Bad thoughts.
Any feeling can be a good or bad feeling, my friend.
Sure
Their
can.
feelings are not good or bad. They just are.
Tia will be tempted to talk on that point. Sorry, you were saying you felt something?
Yes.
Can't. I
I
can't.
fucking hate you.
You'll just wait. Mm-hmm. Take your time.
I'm abducting that baby so that Kairos can be here next week. Like, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, Shadid says, I felt the essence of a necrotic energy coming from this body as well as where the body laid in the house.
Where in the house?
Where the body laid.
Okay.
Well, at least we're getting somewhere. We both have an idea of the necrotic energy. That's something.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Why are you leaving all this up to the barbarian guy?
Yeah,
I can't roll for shit. That's why we're leaving it up to you.
The guy that doesn't even show his rolls to anybody.
so yeah. I mean,
Yup.
so
I
as
think
you
we
all are
need-
in, go ahead.
I think we knew where the body was laid, right? So, is that what I'm
Yes.
gathering?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And when we searched this area, we didn't really find any particular items or markings in this area.
No, other than where the body was laying, where it's a little less charred, you don't find any like remaining items.
Okay. Can I go ask the guard that we've been talking to a
Mhm.
question?
Sure.
Are any of the guards thieves?
How dare you? No,
Jeez.
no, we're not. No,
Oh, okay, good.
no.
I was hoping that question would make you angry. So
As
good.
you're asking that question, another guard is starting to package up the body to be taken away.
Don't worry, he's dead.
He looks at you. He's like, "Whew, had me worried there."
And you can't sample them.
My God,
Yep.
I'm so
The guard-
sorry. I'm so sorry.
The guards look at each other and be like, "I think this is gonna be a cold case." As the guy just takes the body away.
Tira and Sharid, privatized.
God. My God.
There's gonna be a whole like murder mystery spin-off one shot just with the two of you.
Yeah, there is.
God help.
Okay.
They're gonna create a podcast and everything.
Are there like any neighbors nearby who might be curious at the moment?
There are not necessarily that are curious, because at this point this happened yesterday, so most other people have kind of fucked off to their own life. But you do see that there are houses flanking either side of this building.
I'll try and think of something dramatic to say to catch the attention of a nosy neighbor. Like, is there a have I heard any celebrity names? Oh wait, I have. Carmine. I'll just yell, "Is that Carmine coming down this way?" And then immediately just start looking around for anyone nosy.
You see a window on the side of the house next door, where there's a bit of an alleyway between the houses. The window fucking swings open, and you see an old lady poke her head out.
Yep. Going right for this old lady.
Well, it's Nona.
Wait,
My God, that's Carmine Ware!
Wait, no. She's the one who hired us to save those kids. Right.
Roy!
Carmine,
Get out of here!
where is she?
She's poking up out of a window.
No. Hey, do you remember us?
Huh? Oh. Lizard boy. Hello.
Yeah, you do remember us. Okay. So you have good memory. Did you see what happened over here?
There's a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We'll just wait to see if she elaborates.
Well,
You
there
don't
was
know
a fire.
how it caused?
There was a fire, and what are you asking?
Tia will turn back. Nona, I'm sorry. It looks like Carmine left.
No, God damn it.
Yeah.
Damn narcolepsy.
Tia will go back to Sharid and Vivian. I think there might have been a witness if they didn't have this constant issue of falling unconscious.
Did you see Carmine anywhere?
No, it was a lie, my friend.
Why would you lie about such things?
To gain a lead on who might be most interested in dramatic appearances, such as fires or celebrities. But if they're sleeping, then won't help.
What? Who's sleeping?
You don't think
Roy,
she
are
must
you
be
sleeping?
My goodness, this poor lady. I
Was that
mean,
Sharid?
we can always. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sure. It's nothing worth repeating.
I was
So-
gonna say we can always ask the woman that we saved, see if maybe she potentially heard something before the fire took up and trapped her inside.
I want to ask the guards where they might be.
Yeah. If you ask the guard, he'll give you a rough estimation. He checks a couple reports and says, yeah, Glenna and her baby, they were holed up. They were put in a house right down the street. Here, I'll walk you over there.
Did you say Glenna?
Glenna.
Okay.
I did.
So he walks you down the street. It's about a block or so down. And he knocks on a door of one of the buildings. And opening the door, slightly bandaged up, but otherwise no worse for wear, is the woman that you saved from the fire. And she looks at you all and says, Can I help you?
Hi. Oh, sorry, Tia. Did you want to go first?
No, by all means.
All right. We were the ones that helped you yesterday with the fire. We were just wondering if perhaps before the fire started, if you heard anything or potentially saw something that was like unusual for where it typically happens in the building you lived in. Any suspicious people, perhaps?
She kind of closes her eyes and just kind of rests her hand on her head, and she says, well, the baby was crying. I did hear the front door open shortly before that fire happened. I heard some footsteps go into one of the buildings downstairs. The floors were awfully creaky. And I remember there being a boom as if something blew up. And then there were flames everywhere. Aside from that, I'm not sure.
Well, and she'll quickly turn back to her friends. That basically summarizes what we assumed happened with that man.
Sorry, this is Glenna we're talking to, right?
Yes,
Correct.
it's Glenna.
Okay. Are you all right, Glenna?
Oh, I've been better, but I've been worse. So I certainly can't complain thanks to you two.
So I'm very glad we were able to help you and your baby escape.
As am I.
But we appreciate any info that you're able to give us. That will seriously help our investigation. Try to figure out who really started this.
She
So, like,
kind
did you hear any voices? Sorry.
no, go for it. She will say, "No, I didn't hear any voices other than the footsteps. I really didn't hear much over the baby crying."
Alright.
Two
All
will
right,
give her
have it.
2 good berries.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Oh, how? Thank you.
And a gold.
Okay. I
It says 1 of 2 left.
Jesus. She said, this will certainly help with us finding a new place to live. Thank you.
Won't the many hands repair this? I don't know how this works here.
I mean, they will over time, but they certainly can't spring up a house in a day.
That is true. It does take it is a process.
She says likely what they'll demolish the remains after any investigations are done, and then they'll rebuild.
Do you, Glenna, do you know the name Hothus?
Hothus? Yeah, he was my neighbor downstairs. In fact, the footsteps, I think, went into his apartment.
He was in there, and then footsteps went in there?
I'm not sure. I haven't really seen him around all that much. I usually catch him coming and going once or twice, but not much recently.
Have you heard him making any odd noises before the fire?
You know, a few days ago, the baby had gone to sleep. I did hear some frantic movement coming from his apartment. I couldn't make out much. It sounded like he was gathering things and then quickly left. Actually, now that you mention it, I haven't seen him since then.
And, do you know of anyone who had a tattoo on their forearm?
I mean, I know plenty of people with tattoos on their forearms.
Oh, like, and you'll describe the sword. Because I think I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll describe that.
She'll say, no, this one doesn't ring a bell.
Huh.
It's at that point the baby will start crying from the other room. And she says, I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you need to ask me?
Thank you for your time, Glenna.
Thank you very much. And she looks at the good berries and gold that you gave her, clutches them real tight, and then closes the door. And she says, I hope you are able to find who you're looking for. And then closes the door.
Okay. I thought she closed the door and then said that.
No.
That would have been rude if she did that. I mean,
Kay thinks, bye, slam.
What do you think, Vivian?
we don't really have much else to go on. We haven't really been able to find anything, or she basically, like I said, she said the same exact thing that we pretty much came up with.
Mm-hmm.
So at least we have a definite answer of someone did enter the building. Something went boom. So someone made her cast a spell in that sense and caused everything to go up in flames. But other than that, we don't have anything else to go off of. The only thing I could think of is that we go check out that Bard's Blood place, because that's where Halthis often went to, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's something that we're missing here.
I think your instinct is a good one. We can go there and see, maybe learn more information about this other... It seems like there's two people involved.
I agree.
Okay. So do you make
So-
your way over to the Bard's Blood, or?
Unless Sharid objects otherwise.
I mean, I don't know what else we can investigate, because I don't think there's anything else we can. We've tried, so...
Yeah.
While I do want to go to the Bard's Blood. On the way over, Sharid will discuss with the others. I don't know what accent I'm doing. This is weird.
It's good.
Sharid would like to discuss with the others what they should go with the information on the parchment, the burnt parchment that I found. Any ideas who might be able to interpret this for us?
Tio smells it. And I... let me check my notes. Those... where would Kairos go? Was it Solaire?
Yeah,
Think so?
Something... that place, perhaps?
You see, this is not a bad idea. My only concern is we are to use discretion. And I worry that sharing this information on this page might spark the interest of those who best not know of its existence.
Actually, but that's... then it's perfect bait, because then we would have the culprit right away.
I do not understand, my friend.
Well, if you're worried about instigating someone who left this evidence of their actions at the scene, and we're tasked with finding the person who would left that evidence at the scene, then we would find them. I mean, me as the player doesn't know if this is a great idea. This is naive Tio presenting it as fishing.
Fishing.
You should probably walk into the Bard's Blood and announce you have that paper.
I appreciate your thought, Tio. As I look to Vivian and I just shake my head no.
What?
Tio's proudly walking.
Yeah. But
Oh my goodness.
let us think on that action more before we just go and do that, eh?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Vivian, you seriously want to just walk into the Bard's Blood and just say, could anybody read this?
Not really. Not
This is
really.
what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't want to break his heart either. He's so excited about it.
Oh
He's
boy.
having these feelings again, isn't he?
I think so. He really do be having these feelings.
Are they good or bad though?
I don't know. Bad for us, good for you, maybe. I don't know.
So
Are his
as
kind
Go ahead.
are his
Maybe you should stop him because I don't have it in me to break his heart.
is his kind known for being this emotional?
Can I make a history check?
sure.
No fucking clue.
You sure as shit don't know. With a 3.
I legit have no idea. I don't know. I'm being completely honest.
That's okay.
Maybe we'll do good guard, bad guard. I'll try to bring it on politely, and then you just like lay the law in him for this idea that it's not good.
Shareed thinks to himself, and I thought it was bad with Kairos.
Stop, bad Kara.
Are you missing the wizard yet? So as you're all debating this and taking your next action, the sun hits a high noon position,
It's
and
noon.
it's high noon.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. And then suddenly a gunman down the street sets a square up before him. No, I'm just.
Oh mercy.
recently
And-
had a
Get on
name
my
change.
And recently he got a name change.
Cole Cassidy.
So the sun hits a high
Julian
noon
Snow.
position.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Nice. The sun hits a high noon position, and we kind of fade out with you guys kind of in the middle of the street, kind of outside the central market, deciding whether to head to the Bard's Blood in the northwest or elsewhere, maybe the Solar, as you've mentioned. Or you could always return to the council and see if they have any other insight.
Bard's Blood sounds good.
Bard's Blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we still gotta stop him.
Who?
I
Well,
think he was serious.
who are you stopping?
Oh, nothing to you. Don't worry about it. We're just thinking of different ideas, you know,
Oh, okay.
just to get an idea of what we might be expecting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'll lean in closer to Shireen and be like, "Good guard, bad guard. We gotta do it now, or else this ain't gonna work, and we're gonna be screwed."
And as you whisper that to me, I'm looking at Tio and I'm nodding,
Mm.
but out of sight from you, Vivian, I'm just kind of going like this.
Oh my god.
You know,
All right,
as
so-
my uncle said, there's more than one way to skin your cousin.
You're right. It's now or never.
That was funny.
That was funny.
No, it's not good. That's not funny. That's concerning.
That was funny. Somebody clip that. That was funny.
I'm taking on that.
So you all start making your way to the northwest. And you come across a building unlike the ones around it. All the rest of these are made from sheer stone, wood. It seems like a good chunk of the building in front of you has at least a marble facade. Looks very opulent, very nice. Oh, I gotta fix that. And as you head in, a stone archway leads you into a lush, partially open air atrium in a split-level design. The ceiling is fitted with glass, with vines hanging from the walls, and a lavish fountain set into the center of the lower floor. Beyond the atrium is a well-stocked and well-maintained bar, and the sound of bards and bands fill the air with a feeling of calm and freedom. In the lower area of the atrium, you see a staircase heading downward to a lower floor, but the path is blocked by a small wooden gate and a sign that simply reads, VIPs only. And that's where we're going to be done for today.
Who's Vip?
Okay.
Vipian? What?
Damn.
Vipian.
Evil twin.
You know what this bar needs? More men.
Oh my god.
Well, funny for you, just sitting. No, I'm just. So we'll pick that up next week, where we'll hopefully have some intelligence behind this group.
I fucking hope so.
God help
I
me.
tried. I just can't roll for shit, apparently. Wait, I have
Skills
my actual
intelligence is
dice with
8.
me. Wait, let me find my actual dice, see if my actual dice can fucking roll.
Oh no.
That one.
That one, please.
Don't you fucking jinx it. I ain't doing this. I got a D20 right here in my hand. Let's fucking go.
Dice jail. Dice jail.
Straight up D20. Nat 20! I'm not even fucking kidding! I can't roll for shit on one. I can only roll in person. I'm taking
Well,
a picture of this right
I'm
now. So
sorry.
post it on stream.
Sorry to tell you. Doesn't matter.
Rigged.
This is rigged. DM's rigged it.
Let me roll a die that nobody can see.
Oh my.
I'm taking a picture right now. I'm dead ass serious. I'm just trying to position it on my phone so it looks nice.
So, thank you all in the chat for watching. So we'll pick this up next week with something, whatever this is becoming.
Honestly, who fucking knows?
So until then, we'll see ya. Goodbye.
Bye.